Hey, I'm just going over some of my old videos and shit like that, just trying to see what information and shit that I left out, man. So I can just start piecing all this shit together, man. You know what I mean? I was gonna do like one big ass video and shit, man. You know what I mean? But man, that shit take. To tell people all this shit, man, it's like, man, it'll take a while, man. And I don't know nobody want to sit around and just listen to me talking for like an hour and a half and shit. So I'm gonna break this shit up, man. I'm just trying to do this shit the best I can, man. Like first, just start off with with how to find the deal. You know what I mean? Then just move into how to find the buyers and just piece by piece. I'm just going, I'm gonna label it step 1. Step 2, step 3, so anybody that want to go back, you know what I mean, and go over the shit, man, then just do that shit and run through it. But and also, man, make sure like if I miss something that like motherfuckers got questions and shit, man, make sure you like leave some shit in the comments and shit, man. I look at all that shit, man. I respond quick as hell too, you know what I'm saying? So and I'll add that shit in next time I do something, man, you know what I mean? So make sure like if I'm saying shit and certain shit y'all don't understand or certain shit you guys want me to go over or something, how you feel like I left something out, you know what I'm saying? Everything ain't fully understandable. Just man, leave a comment on the bottom of the video, man, so I know, you know what I'm saying? Because, man, like, I seriously be really wanting to show people how to do this shit, man, you know what I'm saying? It's enough money for everybody, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really don't care about people knowing all the ways that I do this shit, man, because it's like I'm gonna be on to some new shit by the time people catch up to where I'm at, and I'm just gonna keep pulling people up, you know what I'm saying? So, I ain't tripping. There ain't no competition in this shit, man, you know what I'm saying? We can do this shit in the same market. We can network, you know what I'm saying? Get together, man, and do this shit together, man. I don't care about none of that shit, man. Everybody can eat, you know what I'm saying? So just stick it out, man, you know what I'm saying? If any of this shit is interesting to you, man, like I said, man, just go through the videos and shit, man, you know what I mean? And just learn from whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying, you can take from it, man. Take it and run with it, man. But I'm gonna start putting some more together, man. Like I said, step 1, step 2, all that shit. I'm gonna just keep trying to get more information, man. And the more I learn, I'm gonna keep just dropping it on y'all, man. So shit, this one right here is gonna be just finding the deals. I know I always tell people I drive for dollars and shit, but it's other ways, man. I just want people to know the easiest way, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna dig into, all the other ways, and some of this shit costs. So, man, just, stay tapped in, man, and see what you think about this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep going through these videos, man, and see what else I can find that I need to put in here, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all in a minute.
These buyers, man, because they've been doing this shit.
What's happening, y'all? I was gonna do a whole video about how to do a wholesale deal start to finish, but that shit would have been so long, I don't think nobody would have stuck with the whole video. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break it down into pieces. This is step 1. Finding the deal, finding the lead, and it's different ways that you can do this shit. I always tell everybody drive for dollars. If you just start drive for dollars, I tell everybody that, I've been talking about that since I started doing these videos, and that's at the top of the list most definitely, because that's what anybody that's just starting, even if you got minimum funds or money to spend, I always think drive for dollars is the best thing to do. So you already know how to do that, so I'm not going to get too much into that shit, you know what I'm saying? You can go back and watch the other video. It's labeled Driving for Dollars if you just now getting tuned in with this and tapped in with this, you know what I mean? So the other way, there's 3 ways that are going to link in. Some of this shit it costs money. That's why I told everybody to drive for dollars, because if you're not sold on this shit, everybody's not for sure gonna want to spend some money, because they just don't jump into shit believing that, okay, this is gonna work out. So I tell people to drive for dollars, you know what I'm saying? It's easy, it's free. Jump in your car, ride around, find properties that look fucked up, and then you take it from there. But it's other ways to find these leads. So I'm gonna give everybody everything, so you know everything that you can get into, and some of this shit costs money. So it is what it is. It's worth it. Most definitely worth it. So 3 of these really tie into each other, because one thing you're going to have to do when you're marketing to people is you're going to have to find these people. And if you're not driving for dollars, you have to buy a list. It's data providers, man, that they compile information about people, and it's different motivational factors, man, you know what I mean, that they put together. And one of the things I'm going to talk about in a minute is the absentee owner list. It's like probably one of the biggest lists that most people market to. If you're in wholesaling, if you're in real estate, period, most people are looking at absentee owners vacant, most definitely. But I'm gonna get into that in a minute. So 3 of these tie in, because you're gonna have to get a list to do these, and you can always do these with your driving for dollars leads. Also, you put your driving for dollars lead in the Excel file, and you can upload it and send it to these places. So 3 things that tie in together is direct mail, That's people sending letters out, trying to buy a house. These professional letters, these postcards, whatever. I already told you about letters, the yellow letters when we were driving for dollars. So it's companies that do that shit too. They'll do that for you, so you don't have to handwrite letters. You know what I mean? And they got the professional letters if that's what you want to look at doing, and they got the postcards. Whatever you want to do to send out mail. A lot of people get deals doing that. You know what I mean? It does happen. So then you got cold call, which is jumping on the phone. Hey, what's going on? You ready? What's going on? Hey, I'm trying to buy the house such and such. So to find the people to call, if you're not doing drive for dollars, you got to get a list for that also. The SMS, that's the text messaging campaign. You're sending out texts all through the day. We want to buy your house, this, that, and the other. You know what I mean? So, and the company I use for that is batchleads.io. I have somebody doing text messaging for me, so I use batchleads.io, and I've got plenty deals doing it, and batches. I use batch for my skip tracing also. So skip tracing is what is tied in with your cold calling. I told you guys about skip tracing in all my other videos. Skip tracing is basically you're getting phone numbers for the people that you're finding. So you're putting their information into this website, and the website is spitting out phone numbers that you can contact these people on. The most highly known numbers, they get it from predators, all different types of ways. And I've dealt with a lot of people skip tracing. I've dealt with a lot of companies skip tracing since I've been doing this. Batch Leads has been the best for me. There's other companies out there that do this shit, but Batch Leads has had the most accurate phone numbers where I don't gotta sit back and call 3-4 numbers. It's like the first number. A lot of times, that's it. So I deal with them, and plus they do the text messaging at the same time. So I can do all that on one platform, get my shit skip traced, and then throw it right into a text message campaign and just start clicking. You know what I mean? So that's who I use. It's other places, like I told you guys, a couple other places, but that's who I use personally. I'm just gonna tell you who I use personally. So these three, the direct mail, the cold calling, and the SMS, you're gonna have to buy your list. Now, these are the places where I get my list from. There's other places to get lists from, but this is where I get my list from. List Source or PropStream. PropStream, you're gonna have to pay $97, $99 a month. It's a reoccurring subscription, and it's a monthly fee. It's worth it. You can run comps. Like, instead of doing the shit that I told you guys how to do that cheap way, using Zillow, Realtor, and Redfin and all that, and add them up and then divide and all that, you can go to PropStream and it will give you exact comps, places that have been selling in that area, and PropStream will pretty much have the property clocked out for the ARV right there, estimated market value. They'll have it clocked out. So $99, if you're gonna do this shit for real, it's worth it, because you can pull lists right off of there. You can pull like 10,000 leads every month. You know what I'm saying? For that $99, you know what I mean? It's worth it. So that's one place I use. I have a subscription to that. You know what I mean? Anybody's gonna do this seriously, I'd advise you to get PropStream. It works. It's pretty good. So List Source is the other place. They got real accurate data too. So with List Source, what you do is you're gonna have to, in all these places, you're gonna have to learn how to filter out, what type of list that you want. If you're doing, I do a lot of absentee owners list. Absentee owner is, okay, so somebody owns a house. Like, okay, I own this right here, and then let's say I got another house somewhere else that I'm renting out, or I inherited. Whatever it is, it's showing that I have another house that I don't live in. And a lot of people there, especially right now, a lot of people are trying to get out of being landlords. So absentee owner list, it busts, man. You know what I'm saying? It be busting. So a lot of people will use the absentee owner list, man. It's real popular. So when you get the List Source, you're gonna have to filter all this shit out. You gotta figure out how to filter shit out. It's gonna be geography. You gotta pick your county, your city, however you want to filter and get that together. You want to get equity, how much equity, because you don't want to be marketing people that don't have equity in their property. Equity is basically, okay, let's say the house is worth $200,000. They only owe the bank $100,000. So they still have that other $100,000 in equity. So they have room to make a deal. You're gonna have to filter all this shit. I do a lot of older houses, because it's motivation. It probably needs some shit fixed up after about 30, 40 years. House built, 1980 or before. You know what I mean? So it's a high possibility that the place needs to get fixed up and somebody didn't do the work. So, I'm marketing to people like that. You know what I mean? You got to filter your list out. So you're gonna have to get a list for those, and then what you do is they're gonna give you an Excel file. So you send the Excel file to you say direct mail. You can use yellowletter.com, Yellow Letter HQ. Those are two companies that I know of. I've used before sending out mail. I've done direct mail a few times, and it's nothing I do consistently, but I know a lot of people that do it and they get money off of direct mail. So if you want to try it out, a lot of people, they don't like getting on the phone and calling people. So this is your way to sneak around having to call people, so you can just send the letters out and then people are calling you, which you already know they're motivated. So once they call you, a lot of people are more comfortable doing that shit, because cold calling can be rough, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people ain't got the stomach or the personality for that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to get on the phone and talk to people and then take rejection after rejection. No, you can be on the phone for 2 hours and motherfuckers is talking shit to you. Hell, man, saying all types of crazy shit to you. You gotta really be up for that shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's worth it. You know what I mean? Because when you get the right people, it's worth it. You're talking to them, now you're building a relationship. So, it's worth it. I've done a lot of cold calling. I got people doing this shit for me now, but I did a lot of cold calling. I just told y'all one of the last videos, I had to fire all my cold calls. I jumped on the phone myself. I knocked 2 deals the first week getting on the phone, and now I got way better at it. So I was able to put a script together for my new callers that I hired, and that shit been working good. They've been tearing shit up. You know what I'm saying? So cold calling, I'm always big on cold calling instead of direct mail, because then you sitting around with direct mail, you sitting around waiting on people to call you. You know what I'm saying? I want to get at you. I want to see what's happening. I'm calling. What's up? You know what I mean? I'm not the type of person. I'm just gonna wait for you to come get at me. You know what I mean? I'm at you. What's up? You feel me? So then the SMS, it's the same way. It's aggressive marketing, man. You know what I'm saying? You're hitting people. Who doesn't check their text message? A lot of people, if you get a call you don't know, you might not answer. But you're going to look at that text message and see who the fuck is this? You look, somebody trying to buy the house. Bam. They was just thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? Text messaging is hot right now, bro. You know what I'm saying? That shit is happening, man. You know what I'm saying? I was knocking down deals, and I still am off of text messaging, man. You know what I'm saying? It's good, but it's always going to end up getting on the phone. I've had one deal where I did it all text message. I didn't really have to see these people, you know what I'm saying? I spoke to them when we were about to do the closing, but they really wanted to just text. So some people are just like that. They got that personality, bro, where they don't even like to get on the phone either, but they will do business through text messaging. So they won't answer, they won't call back a letter. They're shy for some reason. They don't want to, and then they won't answer the phone calls, you know what I'm saying? So they'll sit behind text messages. You know, a lot of people hide behind text messages. This era is so fucked up. People break up with each other through text messages and shit, and they don't even want to talk to each other on the phone. You know what I'm saying? People hide behind text messages saying all type of crazy shit, but they won't say it to your face. So everybody looks at text messages. That's a real good way to get deals right now. You know what I'm saying? I bullshit you not. I'm not talking about shit that I heard. I'm talking about shit that I actively do. I told you I will always talk about only the shit that I really have done or do actively right now. Text messaging works. Then you got Facebook ads. I started doing it. I've got a few calls. I never got a deal off of Facebook ads. You know what I'm saying? I've heard people do. You know what I mean? I know people that do that shit. You know, scroll down. Everybody's on Facebook. So I haven't put the energy into it. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about getting back into it because everybody's flicking through Facebook, like in all different ages too. Everybody's doing Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Running up and down Facebook. Your mom, your aunt, everybody does Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Like, young people only do Instagram and shit like that, but everybody does Facebook. So Facebook ads, if you catch somebody at the right time and they're scrolling down that timeline and you know how to market and put them ads up for the Facebook ads, they see that, they'll call in. So I think that shit can work. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna dig into it, but I haven't really been digging into that shit, so I can't really speak on how to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just something I heard work, so I'm not gonna get too deep into that. It's just an idea to throw out there that I know happens. Then you got bandit signs. Bandit signs are those signs when you get off on the highway and you see them signs that say "We buy houses." Shit like that. If you ride through my city, you probably seen a gang of mine. I still do that shit. I got my first deal off of that. My first deal, I was sold on wholesaling real estate off my first deal. My first deal was 31 racks, bro. You feel me? 31 racks from a bandit sign. $1. I paid $1 a sign. So I turned $1 into $31. 31 bands. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I was sold after that. So those aren't the most frequent deals for me. You know what I'm saying? But when they come, people are motivated. You got to think about this. Who's going to respond to a sign that they see on a street? Why not list it? Why not talk? These are highly motivated people. They really want to sell their house. You know what I'm saying? So if you get somebody that call you back for a sign that they see on the streets, they want to sell. It's gonna be a spread there. You know what I'm saying? It's the reason why they can't talk to nobody else and they're calling you. You know what I'm saying? Sums up. So dive on it. It works. You know what I'm saying? But those are the other ways, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm big on driving for dollars. I tell everybody, man. I think hands down, if you just starting, driving for dollars is easy, man. Knock you a couple deals down, drive for dollars. Then you can spend some money on some of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because diving straight into this shit, a lot of people don't want to just put up the money to, do other shit like, buy these lists or pay for a subscription at PropStream and shit like that. It's shit that I do, you know what I'm saying? Because I know it works, you know what I'm saying? But, everybody got to believe, you know what I'm saying? And so you got to do whatever you got to do to make yourself believe in this shit. If you really want to do this shit, man, this is the type of shit, man, that I'm telling you. 31,000, man. People make that shit and that's my first deal. You know what I'm saying? What else am I gonna do after that? You know what I'm saying? People out here robbing it and hustling, trying to get money like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm doing that shit off of this. You know what I'm saying? This shit is real. You know what I'm saying? I try to tell people about this all the time, man. You know what I'm saying? But who's gonna really do it? You know what I mean? People are like, why are you telling people how you're doing all this shit? 9 times out of 10, a lot of people are gonna listen to this shit, but you're not gonna do shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping you will. You know what I'm saying? Because it's enough money for everybody. Bro, if motherfuckers is tired of just sitting around doing it, riding around every single day, blowing, not doing shit, why not ride around and drive for dollars while you're doing nothing? You know what I'm saying? I know people that call me, man, they've been riding their girl's car for years, doing nothing. What did you do? Don't you want to do? This is a way to do all this shit yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, ride around, man. Don't waste your time, man. This shit right here, I get so excited about this shit because I wish somebody would have showed me about this shit and kicked me on my ass and told me, man, go do this shit. You know what I'm saying? A long time ago. You know what I'm saying? And now you got somebody. And if you know me, you can call me. I will answer the phone and I will tell you everything about this shit. I don't care what time of the day you call me about wholesaling real estate. I will drop what I'm doing and I will talk my ass off, man. I love talking about this shit. You know what I'm saying? So ain't no excuses, man. You know what I'm saying? This is your bag right here, man. If you want to, man, get it. You know what I'm saying? It's the first step right here is to get the deal, get the lead. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna start chopping these videos up. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come back next. We're probably gonna be talking about once you get the deal, what do you do then? You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna take this shit step by step, and then you can piece all this shit together. So I don't have one long video, an hour and a half, talking about the whole process of one deal. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give motherfuckers a break. You know what I'm saying? Take this, next one. And then when I'm done, you can always come back and go step 1, because it's gonna be labeled step 1, step 2, step 3, all the way through. So, it's up to you, man. You know what I'm saying? The information's here. And like I said, if you know me, you's a fool if you don't call me about this shit. I'ma holler at you in a minute.